As a modern person who has received higher education, I, too ye, responsibly say, time traveling is a stupid act. If you could go back to ancient times, which dynasty would you most want to travel to? Crab Demon, what's bothering you? Do ancient times have crazy discounts on Thursdays? Do they have pretty girls dancing at home parties? Traveling back entails risking and then, karma struck me. Arcane scans. Traveling to a parallel world as an emperor. Yet facing a hellish start in the court, the late emperor's demise. The powerful ministers acting arrogantly. Among the imperial princes, you're the most useless, so you might as well become the emperor. The harem is full of crises. With your means, dealing with the young emperor is a piece of cake. Hand over the Qian dynasty to us, and just obediently be our puppet. Even if I, too ye, destroy the nation, even if I become a tyrant, I won't be manipulated by you. Ruthless and merciless roasting over a fire, or being torn apart by horses, which one do you want to try? Arcane scans. A scene of debauchery. Being a tyrant feels so good. Just, please stop casually imagining things about me. Arcane scans. You have been pretending to be a pig to eat the tiger all along. This emperor has some substance. The standard template for a tyrant. Losing step by step. Winning at every step, accidentally making a name for oneself in history. Let's start. The imperial palace of the great Qian dynasty in the capital city of the parallel world. The former emperor, Tu Qianjun, died in battle, and his fourth son, Tu Yi, ascended the throne. However, Tu Yi wasn't the designated heir appointed by Tu Qianjuans in his lifetime. He's a complete wastrel, indulging in debauchery and incompetence, but he inherited the throne due to the support of corrupt officials. Who? Tu Yi. Did they just call that useless emperor Tu Yi? Could it be me? Not long ago, I, as a modern person, was watching dance videos while discussing things on a certain forum. If you could go back in time, which dynasty would you want to travel to? What dynasty would you want to go back to if you could time travel? What a ridiculous question. Blah blah blah. Crab Demon, what's wrong with you? Going back to ancient times means risking all sorts of deaths and may not even end up becoming an emperor with 3,000 concubines. So being born in this era is the best. You should be grateful, period. Post answer. Are you kidding me? Who? Can't handle me saying time travel is ridiculous. So they threw me into this ghostly Qian dynasty and gave me a crappy setup. National downfall system activated. Hello, host, I am your Ari assistant, downfall bracelet. You can call me Downy. What the hell is this downfall system? Are you messing with me? This system is generated from the host's desires. In simple terms, as long as you bring about the downfall of the Qian dynasty, you can return to reality. Good luck! I will assist you with all my might. Why is that useless Prince Tu Yi suddenly zoning out? Bringing about the downfall of the Qian dynasty can bring me back to reality? I've never heard of such a bizarre time travel setup. He used to give me creepy smiles whenever he saw me, but something feels different today. Meaning of Machiavellianism in English: the use of clever but often dishonest methods that deceive people in order to win power or control. Saying that scientists misinform the press suggests a Machiavellianism. That is hard to support. A tale of business world Machiavellianism. What the heck? What's that? Zhao Shu, Zhao was adopted daughter, given to Tu Yi as a concubine by Zhao Shu to better monitor and control him. Why can I see her information and data, just like playing a game? Political power 32 Machiavel Lianism 70 Martial prowess 44 Conquest 35 Charisma 90 Rebellion 45. This is a warm-hearted auxiliary function bestowed upon the host by Big Downfall. Whenever it concerns key figures related to the downfall target, the host can access their information and data at any time, meant to know them inside out and win 100 battles. Was that just my imagination? In that instant, when the prince gazed at me, it seemed like a spark flashed in his eyes. So this beautiful lady was arranged by Dokja to monitor me? She's quite charming. My proud acting skills seem to have been seen through by the prince with just one glance. Your Highness. Your Highness seems distracted since a while ago. Is there something on your mind? Are these two the corrupt officials mentioned in the opening narration? Can I see their information too? Political power 94, Machiavel Lianism 90, martial prowess 51, conquest 41, charisma 65, rebellion 76. Li Tuanyuan, right Prime Minister of the Qian dynasty, plastic brother of Dokja. Sees Tu Yi as a controllable puppet, attempting to crown him as emperor. Political power 82, Machiavel Lianism 79, martial prowess 66, conquest 65, charisma 70, rebellion 100. Dokja, left Prime Minister of the Qian dynasty, plastic brother of Li Tuanyuan, sees Tu Yi as a controllable puppet, attempting to crown him as emperor. Li Tuanyuan's political power and Machiavellianism values are off the charts. This is the first time His Highness has shown such a cold gaze. It's terrifying, yet strangely exhilarating. Dokja's values are slightly lower, but he has no weaknesses, like a hexagonal warrior. Old Li, His Highness is probably worried that the throne he's about to grab might not be stable, right? Not at all. I wish the throne would be unstable sooner and the country would fall sooner. Even in the face of insults from my adoptive father, he remains calm. When did His Highness become so inscrutable? After all, the late emperor's will before his death was for Tu Su, who's leading troops outside, to ascend the throne. So the previous emperor's designated heir was called Tu Su, who seems to be currently outside the capital, leading troops. Now we're going against the late emperor's will and preparing to support your Highness's ascension to the throne. No wonder these two are so brazen staying in the capital. Although he might not just pop open the coffin and kill us, the same can't be said for Tu Su. After all, news of the late emperor's death hasn't spread yet. We have the imperial seal in our hands now. Maybe it's better to strike first and issue a decree. Allow Tu Su to accompany the late emperor in death. If they follow their plan and issuing the decree kills that Tu Su, I would secure the throne, but it wouldn't help achieve the goal of destroying the country quickly. Dokja.Li Tuanyuan. I will be like a puppet, at their mercy. The late emperor's body is still warm, yet his two most trusted ministers have already defied his last wishes, conspiring to crown a useless prince as emperor to control the realm. Can't watch dramas here, no cute girls to watch, just being manipulated by these two old coins. I don't want to live like this for another second. What should I do? Why don't I just take them down? Tu Yi, what are you doing? If Tu Yi dies, it's as if the Qian dynasty is finished. Perfect. Come on, take me down. Tu Yi, what do you mean by this? Remember to like and bookmark. Thanks for all the support, bosses. Every comment of yours will be my greatest motivation. Now I'm the emperor. I'll keep the imperial seal from now on, and who I kill or spare will be up to me. Was His Highness originally a man who dared to confront my adoptive father like this? Such domineering lines. This emotional facial expression. Who's in favor? Who's against? Such tense body language. What a bold man. So His Highness's previous behavior was all an act. And now, with the imperial seal in his hands, he shows his true self. Meanwhile, my adoptive father must be fuming. You're getting arrogant before even ascending the throne, huh? If I have the power to lift you up, I have the power to bring you down. Then come on, hurry up and kill me. You're a man with a martial prowess value of 77, don't disappoint me. All right, watch me choke you to death. Adoptive father, calm down. Both of you, stop arguing. We all have the same goal. Let's calm down first, okay? Li Tuanyuan, you're quite composed. Hey, looks like we need to add some fuel to the fire. How about we? Oops. My bad, it slipped. Qian Jing. The imperial seal symbolizes the destiny and authority of the Qian dynasty. It's the emperor's command to the courtiers and a token of ruling the world. Qian King Tu Qianjun called himself Qian Yuan Emperor, implying that the Qian dynasty could last for generations. Breaking the imperial seal is a capital offense. And provoking to this extent, I don't believe you can endure it. So, are you going to kill me now and let me accomplish the task of destroying the country? You. Your Highness, no, Your Majesty is just joking. The whole world belongs to you, let alone a piece of jade. If it's broken, it's broken. It's not a big deal. It's getting late, Your Majesty, you should rest early. We can discuss other matters another day. Hey! Aren't the Emperor and common people equal under the law? Aren't you going to kill me? We must find a way to get rid of Tu Yi. Lord Zhao. Do you know the consequences of eliminating Tu Yi? What consequences could there be? You spineless fool, you still call that kid Your Majesty. Foolish. Now that Prince Tu Su is leading troops outside, if the Prince Tu Yi died in the capital under suspicious circumstances. Can you guess if we, as the late Emperor's trusted ministers, would be the first targets of Tu Su's investigation and punishment? Tu Yi breaking the imperial seal means we lost a bargaining chip against Tu Su. Now we can rely on is him about to ascend the throne. So we can't get rid of him for now. Wait a minute, are you suggesting that Tu Yi deliberately broke the imperial seal to prevent me from killing Tu Su? Exactly. Originally, Tu Su was a stumbling block on Tu Yi's path to the throne. But now that Tu Yi's ascension is a certainty, he has to reconsider his relationship with Tu Su. On the continent of the otherworld, with various countries vying for dominance and countless lives suffering, the Qian dynasty ultimately pacified the region and unified the northern continent. Fotreng. Apart from Tu Su, who holds heavy military power, his presence makes you and me tread carefully in the court, unable to overshadow Tu Yi too much. If we press Tu Yi too hard, he might allow Tu Su to enter the capital and ruin our plans. And we dare not risk that. Tu Yi might even use triangular relationships to control us. Control mutual restraint control. Old Li, are you overthinking it? Does that kid have the brains to calculate this far? Aren't the Emperor and common people equal under the law? Do you know whose words these are? Those are the words of the chief minister of the Qian dynasty, Wei Xingluo, 100 years ago. Back then, Minister Wei was greatly favored by the Qian king, wielding immense power, and was virtually above everyone else. But because he lost the Qian king's trust, he was sentenced to death by dismemberment. I'm not Wei Xingluo. I'll never bow to that kid. All he relies on is Tu Su's military strength. Since he hasn't issued any orders, I'll send someone to kill Tu Su myself. And then pin it all on him. The result will be the same. Our previous support for Tu Yi was because he was the easiest to control among the late Emperor's many sons. But now, it seems. Hee. Late Emperor, your descendants are truly amusing. So boring. Have to read memorials, don't even recognize a single character. Bad food, boring games. Nothing good here or there. What a boring era. Without phones or computers, I'm gonna die. Your Majesty, I need to attend to you in the bedchamber. I take back what I said. Remember to like and bookmark. Thanks for all the support, bosses. Every comment of yours will be my greatest motivation. 110 degrees. Can't control it, absolutely can't control it. But to finish my mission, I'll have to trouble Miss Zhao Shu. Who? The hairpin? Who would have thought it could become the key tool for me, Tu Yi, to complete the task of destroying the country and returning to the modern world today? Zhao Shu, aren't you actually a spy sent by Zhao Zhuo to my side? Exposed? Impossible. Oh, Your Majesty, what are you talking about? Shua doesn't understand. Don't worry, I don't care about your and Zhao Zhuo's private dealings. He placed you by my side just to monitor and control me, right? How's it feel to be exposed on the spot? I really enjoy this game I'm playing with him. Otherwise, being an emperor would be too boring. My adoptive father deliberately sent me to him. To him, it's just a game? By coming clean to me, is he saying he's tired of this game? Grips tightler. Yawn, this wine is a bit intoxicating. Don't say I don't give you a chance. Go ahead, make your move. My identity is exposed and I've lost my value to my adoptive father too. The only way to redeem myself is one. The National Downfall System upgrade is complete, and Downey will continue to serve the host as always. What's with the system upgrade? I'm about to complete the mission and return. Your upgrade is meaningless. To make the host's mission goals clearer, this upgrade adds a national PowerPoint system. The system integrates political, economic, military, cultural, and other indicators of Qian's national strength to derive national PowerPoints. As long as the host lowers the national PowerPoints below 0, the mission of downfall of the country is considered complete. By the way, the initial national PowerPoints are 1000. Wait, so, even if I'm killed now, as long as the national PowerPoints aren't cleared, it's still considered a mission failure? With the host's current value, even if you die, it won't lead to clearing the points. Damn! Why didn't you say so earlier? And why is my life so worthless? His Majesty is probably testing me again, but I have no way out. I can only take a gamble. Sure enough, I've been played by His Majesty's acting skills again. That was close, almost died here meaninglessly. Still got a chance, I'll stab. Being a warrior with only a martial prowess value of 44, Miss Zhao Shu, trying to kill after a failed tower dive is a bit overconfident. Zhao Shu, you're too eager. You got triggered by just a few words from me. This isn't how a qualified spy behaves. Assassination failed. Am I going to die? Where am I? I was supposed to be by His Majesty's. Shua, have you taken care of the task I assigned to you? That adoptive father. If you can't handle such a small matter, this adoptive father will have to punish you. What? Having a nightmare? Your Majesty, you're not going to kill me? I said this is just a game. Not only am I not going to kill you, I'll pretend to be unaware and let you pass on the message. After all, that's what makes the game interesting, right? Remember to like and bookmark. Thanks for all the support, bosses. Our arcane scans, every comment of yours will be my greatest motivation. For example, right now, I'm about to draft a very interesting imperial decree. His Majesty is showing this kind of terrifying expression. He must be preparing to take action against adoptive father again, right? Damn it! Writing with a brush is so difficult. Exa finished writing? That was fast. Zhao Shu, can you help me write? Ha ha. Why did it turn out like this? No. I don't know what decree His Majesty wants to draft. Just write that all descendants of the Tu family, including Tu Su, are to be stripped of the Tu surname and demoted to commoners. His Majesty's abolition of his own family's kin, I don't understand. Your Majesty, may I ask why you want me, a servant, to draft such a decree? I asked the system before, weakening the influence of the Tu family is the simplest way to deduct points. Demoting the descendants of the Tu family to commoners not only deducts a large number of points but also helps portray me as a ruthless tyrant to the outside world. It's simply perfect. I, who came up with this method, am truly outstanding in the world of tyrants. Why do you ask? It was me being too talkative. Please forgive me, Your Majesty. Of course, it's to increase the difficulty of the game. With this decree, I will not only become a lonely man without the support of my family, but also bear the reputation of a ruthless tyrant. I had you draft the decree. Will you also tell Zhao this good news? He will surely be delighted, right? Consider this information as a gift from me to you. A gift for me? I've never received a gift from childhood to adulthood. Don't let me down. Even though I know Your Majesty is deceiving me, why do I still feel happy? Zhao was Reese's dense. Why are you just coming now? Shua came this time to bring important information. Your Majesty, Tu Yi decree that all the two families' royals be demoted to commoners. W.H. What? Minnan. Old Li, you just had the intention to establish a new emperor from among the two families' descendants. Obviously, that kid is targeting us. How did you obtain such important information? Is it reliable? His Majesty asked me to personally draft this decree. Bastard! Did you leak our secrets? Father, Shua didn't. Don't act here. Isn't it you who want to use that boy to deal with me, or else could he have had you draft the decree? Mr. Zhao, please calm down. If Shua leaked the information, how would you and I know about the decree? This is Tu Yi's scheme to sow discord and also to deter us from establishing a new prince. Shua, Father wrongly accused you just now. You won't blame Father, will you? Shua dares not. Old Li, it seems your plan to establish a new prince has failed. You better listen to my plan. I will rally the courtiers and humiliate him thoroughly during his first court session. Let him know who holds sway in the court. Mr. Zhao, I think your plan. Forget it, do as you please. Zhao isn't someone who can make big decisions. I should also have my own plans. The decree is ready, just waiting for the right time to announce it, but it's still far from clearing the points to zero. Careful consideration should still yield many methods to deduct national power points. Right, in history, a tyrant who caused the downfall of a country, apart from trusted treacherous ministers, also ignored state affairs, forcibly took women from the populace, and recruited concubines from everywhere. That's how it'll be done. The late emperor's body hasn't even gone cold, and I'll decree to forcibly take the female relatives of all the courtiers into the palace to serve, which will definitely make them feel chilled. Remember to like and bookmark. Thanks for all the support, bosses. Every comment of yours will be my greatest motivation. If I think carefully, there should still be plenty of ways to deduct national power points. Right, in history, a tyrant who caused the downfall of a country, apart from trusted treacherous ministers, also ignored state affairs, forcibly took women from the populace, and recruited concubines from everywhere. Let's do it. The late emperor's body hasn't even gone cold, and I'll decree to forcibly take the female relatives of all the courtiers into the palace to serve, which will definitely make them feel chilled. This way, not only can I deduct a large number of points, but I can also benefit myself. It's no wonder I came up with such a brilliant scheme. I want to summon Zhao and Li Tianyuan, have them come to the study immediately. Yes. Ministers, don't stand on ceremony. Please sit down, feel at home. HMPH. Thank you, Your Majesty. I say, Emperor, now that you've ascended the throne, shouldn't you familiarize yourself with the courtiers' affairs tomorrow? I'll go and discuss with the ministers of the Zhao faction in the court later. We will surely unite to prevent you from stepping down tomorrow. Isn't diligent governance a bonus? It would be foolish of me to hold court right after ascending the throne. Holding court is such a hassle. I lack experience as a newly crowned emperor. Anyway, I trust you two to handle court affairs. Indeed, His Majesty rejected Zhaoju's request to hold court. Not only did he guess that Zhaoju wanted to suppress him in the court, but he also brought up the reason of trusting his ministers, making it irrefutable. Zhaoju's shallow schemes are completely inadequate in front of him. It's time to throw out my plan to recruit concubines and deduct points. Let's not talk about court affairs for now. The reason I called you two here today is to discuss something. Now that I am the emperor, having only Zhao Shu in the harem is rather embarrassing. I decided to gather beautiful women and expand the harem. The late emperor body hasn't even gotten cold and he's already thinking from his lower body. I've never seen such shamelessness. He specifically summoned us for an audience to discuss matters UN related to state affairs. What's with this harem recruitment? Right, this matter needs to be done quickly. Let's clear my national PowerPoint sooner rather than later. I support Your Majesty's idea of gathering beauties from all over the world, but doing it hastily. I understand. We can't gather beauties from all over the world in a hurry, so let's start by searching in the capital. Is it really necessary to be so impatient? Li Tuanyuan, don't be misled by His Majesty's pretext of gathering beauties. He just mentioned the capital, that's probably the focus. I've come up with the most time-saving and effortless method. Let's start by selecting from the female relatives of the ministers in the court. That Tuyi ignores state affairs and also wants to expand the harem. This is the rhythm of a true tyrant. But that kid is digging his own grave by putting himself in the emperor's position, which saves us a lot of effort. Enough! If you continue to underestimate His Majesty like this, what awaits us is the fate of having our entire families executed. I'm sorry, Mr. Zhao, I lost my composure just now. But His Majesty's actions are all part of a cunning strategy. A strategy? I don't see it. He just foiled your plan to embarrass him in court, showing that he knows our intentions inside out. But we were summoned to the palace right after we made that plan. There was no chance of leaking information. That shows he anticipated it in advance, which is what makes it so terrifying. Not only that, besides not holding court, he also wants to expand the harem. This series of actions may seem indulgent and misleading, but they are aimed at us. Forming a cohesive chain of strategies. A cohesive chain of strategies? What does that mean? He has the confidence not to hold court because he believes he can still control state affairs without doing so. By taking the female relatives of the courtiers into the harem, he can directly win over ministers through marriage and undermine our influence in the court. Then, what should we do? What else can we do? He's the emperor now and wants to expand the two-family bloodline and the harem naturally. We, as his subjects, naturally have to fulfill his wishes. Remember to like and bookmark. Thanks for all the support, bosses. Every comment of yours will be my greatest motivation. A few days later, in the palace side hall. Your Majesty, as per your orders, all the descendants of the two clan have been demoted to commoners in the past few days. Except for the eldest prince, Tusu. Because he's stationed outside, the decree hasn't reached him yet. Those are not important, we'll talk about them later. How did the selection of the harem I ordered go? Your Majesty, we have not failed your command, but due to the limited time, please forgive us. Come out, let His Highness take a look. Is this paradise? Your Majesty, I pay my respects. Cough, you may rise. Lord Li, among the concubines you recruited this time, are there any who like to indulge? I'm not quite sure what Your Majesty means by indulge. Li Tuanyuan is pretending to be innocent. Even if he hasn't heard of indulgence before, as a man, Can't he understand the context from the conversation? Yi is getting suspicious. Most of the concubines brought into the palace this time are from influential noble families, which seems reasonable on the surface and doesn't raise any issues. Except for these two women. Fan Daozhu. Zhuge Shao. Over a decade ago, during the reign of Emperor Qian of the Great Qian dynasty, the two prominent families, the Fan family and the Zhuge family, offended the late emperor and were wiped out. Feeling a sudden impulse, I secretly saved two young girls while carrying out the execution. For the past decade or so, I've kept their identities hidden and raised them by my side. Unexpectedly, both of them inherited the talents of their predecessors and became important pawns in my hands. Zhu. Shao. The Qian emperor, Tu Qianjun, who exterminated your entire family, has already died. But you two couldn't take revenge personally. Do you harbor any resentment? Now there's an opportunity for the two clans' downfall in front of you, but it comes with great risks. The new emperor, Tu Yi, is not only cunning but also depraved and cruel. Even more terrifying than Tu Qianjun. You could say it's a life-threatening situation. Zhu is willing to die 1,000 times for revenge. Shao has long been prepared to sacrifice herself. This is a perfect opportunity to place both of you by Tu Yi's side under the guise of selecting concubines, guaranteeing that no one will suspect a thing. Hey, these two misses. He noticed. Zhuge Shao, the granddaughter of the prominent scholar Zhuge Qiangang during the reign of Emperor Qianjun. She is the sole survivor of the Zhuge family after they were exterminated by Emperor Qianjun. Adopted by Li Tianyuan, she approached the host to seek revenge and destroy the country. Political power 32 Medieval Lianism 90 Martial prowess 20 Conquest 35 Charisma 83 Rebellion 96. Fan Daozhu, the granddaughter of the wealthy merchant Fan Shueya during the reign of Emperor Qianjun. She is the only survivor of the Fan family after they were exterminated by Emperor Qianjun. Adopted by Li Tianyuan, she approached the host to seek revenge and destroy the country. These two misses were originally planted by Li Tianyuan as undercover agents. Very good, these snake-like and scorpion-like beauties who stir up trouble in the harem are the standard configuration of a tyrant who leads a country to ruin. Both of you misses are quite exceptional. What are your names? I'm called Zhu, your majesty. Shao. This Miss Shao seems a bit nervous. Oh no, Shao is introverted. Under Tu Yi's imposing aura, she might reveal herself. Don't be afraid, I'm actually very approachable. I can't take it anymore. Shao? Zhuge Shao's identity is unknown to others and has not been recorded in the system's hidden attributes. In a state of emotional tension, being touched by the opposite sex in sensitive areas, including but not limited to the chin, will cause her to faint due to embarrassment. It was supposed to be a scene of favor, to win Li Tianyuan's heart with it. I didn't expect Zhuge Shao's tolerance to be so low. She messed up the performance. Now Li Tianyuan will be afraid of her identity being exposed and will surely find an excuse to replace her. I neglected my duty and made an improper selection, causing this woman to behave improper early in front of your majesty. I deserve to die. I will take care of this woman immediately. No need. The only plan now is to forcefully continue with the act. I like this type that can't resist with just a little teasing. Lord Li, the people you selected have truly captured my heart. This tyrant really is a pervert. Thank you, your majesty. It's decided, tonight Shao will serve me in bed? Tyrant, you will pay for this sooner or later. Why are you looking at me with such dissatisfaction? Could it be that Miss Zhu also wants to serve me in bed? Then let's play three-person landlords tonight instead. Ooh? Remember to like and bookmark. Thanks for all the support, bosses. Every comment of yours will be my greatest motivation. Among beauties in the palace, indeed these two young ladies are the most outstanding. The system shows that they approached me to destroy the country, which can be well utilized. After all, they were secretly adopted by Li Tuanyuan and specially sent to me. They must have extraordinary qualities. It's a pity the system only displays basic information and ability indexes. I'm not quite sure what special skills they have for destroying the country. What is that tyrant thinking? We clearly had the resolve to sacrifice ourselves. He will use all sorts of methods to humiliate us. Force us. Submit to his tyranny. Now it seems. Doing nothing makes Tu Yi appear even scarier. Right, when Lord Li brought us in, he specifically reminded us. You don't need to worry about your identities. I've prepared disguises to ensure he can't uncover your backgrounds. But Tu Yi is cunning, despite being lustful. He's not easily swayed by beauty. Moreover, Zhao Zhuo has already given him Zhao Shu, who is not only your ally but also your competitor. If you want to gain Tu Yi's trust, you must show extra value beyond just beauty. I believe you know how to demonstrate your additional value, right? What are you two thinking about, being so lost in thought? I just asked you a question. Do you have any special talents or skills? As expected. I'm skilled in fortune-telling, stargazing, and handwriting analysis. Feng Shui, a Chinese geomantic practice in which a structure or site is chosen or configured so as to harmonize with the spiritual forces that inhabit it. Talismans. Feng Shui, health preservation, medicine, alchemy. Is this the strength of the daughters of a great alchemist and scholar? And skills in the bedroom. With your temperament, fainting from just a touch, you still dare to claim you have bedroom skills. What about you, girl? Judging by this tyrant's expression, he doesn't seem quite satisfied with Shaw's answer. While I come from a merchant family, I've been involved in various business dealings since I was young, accompanying my grandfather. With exposure to such environments, I'm not only skilled in financial calculations but also in understanding human nature. However, my grandfather's experiences taught me that possessing both of these skills can easily arouse suspicion from those in power. The premise of revenge is self-preservation. While showcasing your value, one must present themselves as harmless. As a weak woman, I don't have any special talents or skills. Absolutely cannot mention being good at financial calculations or understanding human nature. TLN this bubble seam. Even though I come from a noble family, both my parents are deceased, and the only thing I have to offer is the vast wealth passed down from my family. What's better than the image of a helpless, wealthy young woman with no family? My superpower is being wealthy. Parents deceased yet wealthy. Are you the alternate universe version of Batman? But thinking about it, both of you can contribute to the cause of destroying the country. As the ruler of a nation, how could I be interested in Miss Arju's wealth? On the contrary, Miss Arju, would you be willing to manage the national treasury for me? This Fan Daozhu comes from a profit-oriented merchant family, adept at embezzlement and financial fraud, so emptying the national treasury and causing economic collapse can be entrusted to her. As for Zhuge Shao from the family of scholars, historically, tyrants always had a penchant for those obsessed with cultivating immortality. Since Miss Shaw is so talented, I'll appoint you as the female national teacher. Also, oversee the royal hospital and be responsible for my longevity through alchemy. Darling Tilda, time for your medicine. Tilda, I'll entrust the task of depleting my body to you, Miss Shaw. Oh, right. Almost forgot something important. Shaw is now the female national teacher. When you see me in the future, wear your Taoist robe. Cosplay is great. Since we're cosplaying, let's go all out. Having cosplay parties in the palace harem might not be a bad idea. Remember to like and bookmark. Thanks for all the support, bosses. Every comment of yours will be my greatest motivation. In the study room of the Jiao Man Scion. If that brat Tu Yi refuses to accept this imperial edict, then I'll personally take care of it. A jade seal, as long as this lord is willing can be easily replicated. Although Tusu is skilled in leading troops, he's not very bright, making him blindly loyal. Even if the imperial decree orders him to commit suicide immediately, he'll unquestionably comply. As long as Tusu is eliminated, Tu Yi will be left with no reinforcements, and he'll be at my mercy. Come in. Zhao Xin, General of Jiaozhua family, sir, please give your orders. You immediately head to the Lintong city in the northern county and deliver this imperial decree to the commander of the northern garrison, Tusu. You must witness Tusu committing suicide with your own eyes and then bring back his head. I want to send a gift to His Majesty. Yes, sir. Inform Lord Xiao immediately. Prepare to move. Lord Xiao's passive bad luck ability has been triggered again. Oh well, I'm used to it by now. What are you standing there for? Get moving. Lord Xiao said, don't let anyone escape, stop him. How dare a mere rebel intercept the imperial edict? You don't know any better, do you? It's you. Remember to like and bookmark. Thanks for all the support, bosses. Every comment of yours will be my greatest motivation. You are members of the Kuan Guard. Lord Xiao. Sure enough, the imperial decree was found on this person. The decree ordered Prince Tusu to commit suicide, as issued by that despotic ruler. Lord Xiao, since this is the Emperor's decree, isn't our action tonight overstepping? It's only been a few days of peace, and you've forgotten the original intention of our Kuan Guard? Where there's light, there's shadow. Only the strong can give rise to the weak. We, the Kuan Guard, operate in darkness to protect the late Emperor, Emperor Qianzhen. We can act ruthlessly and use bloody methods. But let's not forget, our allegiance is to the late Emperor. The late Emperor appointed Tusu as the Crown Prince. Now that the late Emperor has passed away, it's our duty to follow his wishes and support Tusu. But now Tu Yi not only usurped the throne but also wants to harm the Crown Prince. Then he is the enemy that the Kuan Guard must eradicate. Yes, clean up this place thoroughly, don't let any information leak. Crown Prince Tusu is far in the northern territories. Even if he rushes back to the capital without stopping, it will still take 4 days. Within these 4 days, Tu Yi won't notice the abnormality of the imperial decree. Before that, I want to personally kill Tu Yi. Which beauty is thinking of me again? 5 days later, at Jiaozhua's Risi. That fool Zhao Xin, it's been 5 days, and there's been no news from him. Lord Zhao. What are you waiting for? Li Chenyuan? No. I wasn't. Why are you here so late? I'm here to bring Mr. Zhao some good news, and some bad news. What could possibly be bad news? Your plan to forge the imperial decree to kill Tusu failed. What? You're talking nonsense. Mr. Zhao. We're on the same side. There's no need for denial. Zhao Xin was intercepted and killed on the outskirts of the city 5 days ago. The one who did it was the leader of the Kuan Guard, Xiao. Kuan Guard? The shadow unit directly under the former emperor's control? How could they? Let's put that aside for now. Mr. Zhao, listen to the rest of the news. Although Xiao killed Zhao Xin, she mistakenly believed that the imperial decree was issued by Tu Yi. Her next target is Tu Yi. Good. That's a relief. Wait, the Kuan Guard has always operated independently. How did you find out about this top-secret matter? I have my own methods, Lord Zhao. You don't need to worry about it. This time, Lord got lucky. It's a blessing in disguise. We can use this opportunity to break the balance between His Majesty and Tu Su. Today, His Majesty is hosting a banquet in the Qianyuan Hall, with many people around. Alum. If Xiao wants to act against His Majesty, tonight would be the best chance. So, I made some arrangements to relax the vigilance of the palace guards tonight. Now, with Xiao leading the Kuan Guard, even if the assassination fails, Tu Su will still bear the blame for regicide. Without the moral high ground, even if he commands an army, he won't be as formidable. Nicely played, old Li. Killing Tu Yi while framing Tu Su for it, that's cunning of you. But what I said earlier was just the ideal scenario. The final result depends on fate. What do you mean, old Li? Do you think there might be problems with this plan? I just came to inform Lord Zhao. Please excuse me now. The only unpredictable factor in this plan is His Majesty. Logically, Zhu and Shao hate Tu Yi to the core. Tonight, in the Qianyuan Hall, they will seize the opportunity to attack His Majesty amid the chaos. But although they are clever and agile, can they really outwit His Majesty? I hope I'm just being paranoid. At this moment, in the Qianyuan Hall, Tu Yi's long-awaited harem cosplay party finally begins. Hey, sister, you look stunning tonight, sister, you're so radiant tonight, the king will surely choose you to accompany him. Oh, stop it. No matter what I do, I can't compare to you, sister. Arcane scans, why are you being so modest, sister? You bunch of cheap seductresses, you won't stand a chance. Thinking you can catch His Majesty's attention with these coquettish looks? How naive. Before it even starts. They've become pawns in the power struggle among the noble family Li's women, fighting for favor in the harem. Tonight, His Majesty will definitely choose me. Damn it. This dress is too revealing. I miscalculated. Leader of the Kuan Guard Lord Xiao. This debauched ruler Tu Yi is shameless. All the costumes have no limits. But what's up with these people? Clearly, they have no martial arts skills. Yet they can unleash such chilling techniques. The harem of this debauched ruler is truly terrifying. Who is that girl? Dressing so provocatively. I heard everything. I've never seen her before. Could she be a palace maid who's gone mad with ambition? Little sister, your outfit is creative. But in the harem, it's all about power and background. Ideas alone won't help you, oh ho ho. Patience. The main task is important, we can't target anyone else. Attention! His Majesty has arrived. Here he comes. Hello, everyone. Love you all. Arth. Can't take it anymore. Your Majesty, I love you too. Your Majesty, I want to have children with you. Who? Xiao, former Kuan Guard leader under the late Emperor Qianzhen, skilled in infiltration, theft, and assassination. Now loyal to the former Crown Prince Tu Su. Intending to assassinate Tu Yi to support Tu Su's ascension to the throne. Is that the debauched ruler's gaze? Has he noticed me? Debauched ruler, meet your end. Your Majesty, face your death. How dare you speak such treasonous words in front of His Majesty? Is this the essence of the cosplay banquet? 5 days ago, in the Cheney Yuan Hall. My beloved concubines, I have decided to host a cosplay harem banquet here 5 days from now. Your Majesty, I am ignorant. What is the cosplay banquet? Cosplay is about role-playing. Concubines, you just need to wear various beautiful costumes, hee hee hee. Play different roles together and have fun playing games with me. So the essence of cosplay banquet lies in the fun and excitement of role-playing. I'm coming to assassinate you. Ah, no, don't. This little vixen is playing the role of an assassin. This dangerous role easily arouses men's desire for conquest. She's really cunning. However, since I've seen through it, I won't let you succeed. Your Majesty, let me take care of this assassin for you. Is this woman crazy? Clearly, she has no cultivation. Is this what they call role-playing? We can't let this little vixen steal the show. Trying to attract His Majesty's attention with such crooked means. No way. In this harem, there's an order of seniority. You should take a step back. Does this little girl not know her place? Trying to forcefully rise in rank without our consent? We're here to protect His Majesty. Capture this assassin and don't let her get close to His Majesty. If you want to kill His Majesty, you'll have to step over my dead body first. This debauched ruler is lecherous and cruel. Why are these harem concubines willing to risk their lives to protect him? What makes him so extraordinary? But since it's your choice, I won't show mercy to your subordinates next. Not good. These harem concubines are vital human resources for ensuring that I play the debauched ruler and complete the mission of destroying the country. Stop. Spare those girls. Instead of seizing the opportunity to escape, this debauched ruler is speaking out to stop me? Quite courageous. Your Majesty is facing the assassin for us. How touching. Oh? Are you willing to die for them? I don't mind dying, as long as I can leave a mark in your Majesty's heart. As long as I can trade your life for theirs, I'll gladly kill fewer people. No, I can't die yet. I still need to fulfill my mission before my national power points are depleted, or else the mission to destroy the country will fail. I'm sorry, but it's not time for me to die yet, Your Majesty. As expected, it's just empty words. However, I can abdicate the throne to Tusu as a compromise. Your purpose in assassinating me is to let Tusu ascend to the throne, right, Xiao? Are arcane scans what? He knows everything about my identity and purpose. Is this a trap? What are you up to? What's your purpose? Let's be honest. I'm done pretending. My purpose? It's actually to be a lazy and incompetent ruler. What's a throne compared to a harem of beautiful women? I lack the ability to govern, and I have no desire to be an emperor. It's better to give it to someone capable. System prompt. Host's behavior triggers the Chen Qiao rebirth event, a sudden nation-destroying event. In the original history of Tulial General Zhao, army launched a coup at Chen Qiao Station, forcing Emperor Zhugongdi Chai Zongshuan to abdicate, known as the Chen Qiao coup. Bracelet voiceover, conditions for triggering Chen Qiao rebirth. 1. A general with a large army leads troops outside. 2. The host is threatened and forced to abdicate to the general. If the abdication is successful, the event is considered complete, and the host loses 1,000 national power points. This gamble paid off. Originally, my little trick was just to keep the harem, but I didn't expect to trigger a nation-destroying event directly. Subtracting 1,000 of my national power points should reset it to 0. Is there really someone in the world who isn't attached to power? This must be a trick by the debauched ruler. I won't be fooled. Forget it, real or not. Anyway, if you're going to abdicate to Prince Tusu, I'll kill you and let him ascend the throne too. Why do you still want to kill me? I must intensify my persuasion efforts. Killing me now will only tarnish Tusu's reputation as a king-killer. Even if he becomes emperor, it won't be legitimate. Everything I do is for the sake of my beloved crown prince brother. Emperor 2. Xiao. When I established the Qian dynasty and pacified the northern chaos, do you think I became a good emperor? Your Majesty, with your literary and military talents and your decisive actions, you can be counted as a wise monarch throughout the ages. Unfortunately, my methods are only suitable for conquering in troubled times. In the coming Qian dynasty, perhaps an emperor like me won't be needed. No. The Qian dynasty will always need an emperor like your Majesty. No, I know my time is short, but for the Qian dynasty, it might not be a bad thing. I only hope that the successor, even if not as talented as me, or even lazy and reckless, as long as they are tolerant, peaceful, and not eager for quick success and instant benefits, tease at that time, I naturally thought that the successor mentioned by the late emperor was Prince Tusu. Now it seems that laziness, recklessness, tolerance, and peace. These traits in Tu Yi are quite in line with the late emperor's description at that time. No way. Crown Prince Tusu is the legitimate eldest son of the late emperor, the legal heir of the Qian dynasty. How can I be swayed by a few words from Tu Yi? For now, let's control him first, take him to Prince Tusu, and then make plans. In that case, I need you to make a trip to Lintong City in the northern county to complete the abdication ceremony with Prince Tusu in person. Great, as long as I see Prince Tusu and complete the abdication ceremony. Hold on. Want to take His Majesty hostage? Have you forgotten about the talisman in my hand? Sure. I underestimated him. There's actually a skilled practitioner of talismans by his side. I was too naive. His abdication speech just now was a lie. This debauched ruler is indeed adept at playing with people's hearts. In fact, at this moment, Tu Yi himself is completely confused. What's the situation now? Your Majesty, rest assured, Arsho's talisman skills are formidable. Her combat power is estimated to be 50-50 against that assassin. With her protecting your Majesty, the assassin has no chance. Who asked her to protect me? You don't need you to do these unnecessary things. It was right to have Arsho intervene just now. The night before Li Chenyuan sent Zhu and Arsho into the palace, they had a follow-up conversation. Do you know what your mission is after entering the palace and getting close to Tuyue? I know. To seize the opportunity to kill the debauched ruler Tu Yi and avenge our families. Ha ha, the debauched ruler Tu Yi, who slaughtered your two families, can't be solved by killing him just one time, can it? Your ultimate task is to bring about the destruction of the Qian dynasty established by Tu Qianjun. So, for now, you need to ensure that Tu Yi stays alive. What? Originally among the princes, Tu Yi appeared the most incompetent and foolish. I previously helped him ascend the throne while Tu Su led the army outside, intending to change the dynasty under Tu Yi's rule. You want us to be concubines in this chaotic era by Tu Yi's side, tempt him to destroy the Qian dynasty himself. You are indeed sharp-minded, seeing through it instantly. But what you guessed was only my initial plan. But after Tu Yi ascended the throne, his actions seemed to have changed. His previous incompetence and foolishness seemed like a disguise, making it harder for me to understand him. So, you two need to take my place, observe him closely, and find his weaknesses. This is the first time I've seen this expression on Mr. Li's face. Is he afraid? Or excited? Zhu. You've always been clever, so you can adapt to the situation by his side. And Arsho is proficient in talismans, alchemy, strong in combat, but simple-minded. But there's one thing you must remember. You must not let him stand on the same side as Tu Su. Understood? Mr. Li didn't misjudge after all. Tu Yi's incompetence and foolishness are his disguise. An usher is proficient in talismans, has strong combat skills, but has a simple mind. Just remember one thing. Never let him stand on the same side as Tu Su. Understood? Lord Li didn't misjudge after all. Tu Yi's apparent incompetence is just a facade. This time, he invited the harem to this strange cosplay banquet precisely to make contact with the Kuan Guard, and then unite with Tu Su to deal with Lord Li. Unfortunately, your plan was already anticipated by Lord Li. Stop fighting, both of you. He. He. I almost got carried away and nearly got caught. I almost forgot, Zhu and Shaw are both under Lord Li's control. Lord Li wants to use me as a puppet, so they will definitely stop me from abdicating to Tu Su. I must control our Shaw's actions in order to trigger the Chenqiao rebirth emergency event. There's a military commander with a significant force outside. The host is threatened and forced to abdicate to the commander. If the abdication is successful, the event is considered complete, and the host will lose 1,000 national power points. Right, how could I almost forget Ushaw's weakness? Whenever she is touched by the opposite sex in sensitive areas, like the chin, she enters a state of mental breakdown. As the supreme ruler, how can I let my beloved concubine protect me? Tu, Your Majesty. Tu Yi. Hurry up. Seize the opportunity while you have the chance. What's going on? Is this another trick by the tyrant? What are you waiting for? It'll be too late once the guards arrive. Let's not wait, let's capture him first and then figure it out. That's right. Finally. The second layer of Yuga Shaw's, Shaw, hidden attribute, when she falls into a state of mental breakdown to male contact. She will perceive any other female who touches the same male, except for Fan Daozhu, as a mortal enemy, further escalating the situation. How dare you compete with me for a man? Third level True Fire. If Xiao is taken out, the Chenqiao rebirth event will definitely fail. Quick! Quick, get out of the way! You scoundrel! The host's actions led to the failure of the Chenqiao rebirth event and triggered the Qin King circling the Pillar Nation destruction event. In the original history of Tu Yi's world, the assassin Jingku attempted to assassinate the Qin King Yingzheng in the main hall, but Yingzheng evaded using superb movement skills. Later, Jingku was attacked by a supporting character, the famous physician Xia Wu, who threw a medicine box that hit him, causing the assassination to fail. The Qin King circling the pillars event triggers under the following conditions. 1. An assassin attempts to assassinate the host in the main hall. 2. A third-party character proficient in medicine is present during the assassination. 3. The third-party character proficient in medicine takes action against the assassin. If the host defeats the assassin, the event is considered complete, and the host will gain 1,000 national power points. Congratulations. Mo *th *f *c*. What a crappy national destruction event. How come there are events that not only don't deduct points, but also add points? And those two experts fell, but is Lin harmed? Lord Li, I'm starting to understand the expression you had when talking about Tu Yi. You're awake. Ooh? Where? This is my sleeping chamber. Tyrant. Shameless debauchee. Even if you have me, what are you thinking? Without me, you would have already died at the hands of Li Tuanyuan. WA less than the time it takes for an incense stick to burn after the assassination attempt. Li Tuanyuan, responsible for palace security, led guards to the hall. Protect His Majesty. Catch the assassin. My negligence has put your Majesty in grave danger. I deserve death. No matter, I am unscathed. I will take the assassin away and investigate the mastermind behind the scenes. That won't do. The thing is, Einan. This assassin looks good, I'll keep her for company. Your Majesty, this assassin is very dangerous. It might not be appropriate to keep her. I enjoy a bit of excitement. Or is it? That you think I can't handle a weaponless and immobile woman? I dare not. You, stay here to look after our Shah. Jiao Shu, come with me. Everyone else can leave. The Chenxiao rebirth event has failed. But the assassin still has value. She needs to be sent back to Tusu to continue the great work of destroying nations. You're too close. Kill or torture, it's up to you. Just don't get too close. Debauchee. Your Majesty, you'd better kill me now. The messenger you sent to execute Prince Tusu? I've taken care of him. Sooner or later, Prince Tusu will take care of you. Who? Execute Tusu? Don't play games in front of me. When did I? Prince Tusu is the prince appointed by the late Empire. If you don't kill him, how can you sit securely on the throne? This matter has nothing to do with your Majesty. It was done behind his back by my foster father. Look at Jiao Shu's expression, she knows something. I bet it's Jiao Wo, that old man, playing tricks again, forging the decree behind my back. But it might be a blessing in disguise, taking the blame for this and stirring up more hatred against Tu Su. He. He, I remember now, it was my decree. After all, he controls those powerful troops. Arcane scans, they should have been left to me by my father. Why is your Majesty willingly shoulder this blame? Thinking about it now, simply executing him with a decree is too dull. I decided to have some fun with him in a more interesting way. Slash. You won't kill me? Since you've killed my messenger, then you can deliver a new decree to Tusu in his place. My father said Tusu is a born warrior. To train him for the throne, he was appointed as the prince of the northern province and the commander of the northern army. But from what I see, he's just a brute with some raw strength, nothing to fear. Today, not only will I strip him of his titles and positions, but I'll also strip him of his Tu surname and demote him to a commoner. What? Tell him, if he disagrees with my decision, he can try to rebel and reclaim what was rightfully his. I'll be waiting for him in the capital. Playing the foolish, arrogant tyrant, jealous of his own brother, provoking recklessly, this acting is almost too realistic. TL Sen, this Manhwa is using some of the real Chinese history as a reference to create this events. System prompt, host's actions trigger the second-level Nation Calamity event. Jingnan Rebellion. Oh? There's a second-level national calamity event? How does this differ from the regular national calamity event? In the original history of Tu Yi's world, Ming Emperor Zhenwen Zhu Yunwen ordered the removal of the northern prince Yang Wang Zhu Di, sparking Zhu Di's rebellion. The Yang army attacked the then Ming capital, Jinling, and Zhu Yunwen's fate remains unknown, leading to the Jingnan Rebellion. Jingnan Rebellion conditions: 1. The capital has a powerful prince with troops. The host, as the emperor, issues an order to remove the prince's power. The Jingnan Campaign, or Jingnan Rebellion, was a 3-year civil war from 1399 to 1402 in the early years of the Ming dynasty of China. It occurred between two descendants of the Ming dynasties. Founder Zhu Yuanzhong, his grandson Zhu Yunwen by his first son, and Zhu Yuanzhong's fourth son Zhu Di, Prince of Yang. If the prince rebels due to this, it's considered the first phase of the event, deducting 1,000 nation roll power points from the host. If the prince's army breaches the capital, it's the completion of the second phase, deducting 10,000 national power points from the host. Truly a second-level national calamity event. If both phases are completed, my national power points will definitely be negative. This foolish tyrant seems a bit off his rocker. Aha! This might be for the best, at least Prince Tusu still has a chance to reclaim the throne. Truly a second-level national calamity event. If both phases are completed, my power points will definitely be negative. Ha ha! This foolish tyrant seems a bit off his rocker. Ha ha! This might be for the best, at least Prince Tusu still has a chance to reclaim the throne. Goodbye. Your Majesty not only let the assassin go, but also deliberately took the blame for my foster father. What's the purpose of sending her to provoke Tusu? Wait, I can't solely rely on these sudden events. Knowing the system's nature, it might turn the negative points into positive ones. To complete the nation-destroying task, I still need to use the other cunning ministers around me. Right, Zhao Shu, she has Zhao Awa behind her? Didn't Zhao Awa always urge me to attend the court? This could be useful. Zhao Shu. Lately, I've been paying more attention to our Zhu and our Shaw and neglected you. I apologize. Hearing this from your Majesty terrifies me. Don't worry, didn't I say before that you can freely inform Zhao Zhou about my situation? Ah? This time, please relay a message to him. Tell him I'll be attending court and presiding over matters. He should be prepared. Yes. Prime Minister Zhao Zhou arrives. Greetings, Lord Zhao. Good greetings, Prime Minister. Good, no need to stand on ceremony. Who? Lord Li hasn't arrived yet? Reporting to Lord Zhao, Lord Li mentioned earlier that he wasn't feeling well. HMPH, Li Chenyuan still underestimates my plans. Never mind. Lord Li's health is important. It doesn't matter if he's absent today. After I deal with Tu Yi today and show my authority in the court, I'll settle the score with him later. The Emperor arrives. The Emperor arrives. Since when does an emperor attend court with his concubines? Isn't this against the protocol? He, can't handle just one? What about these? Ha. He, can't handle just one? What about these? Ha. Late Emperor. Is this the Grand Court Assembly? Looks so boring. Hello. Aha. Ha. I thought the imperial concubines might want to experience the Grand Court Assembly. I assume no one objects. Has this boy lost his mind? Suddenly doing something like this? That most worthless maiden we sent to the palace before is also standing up there. How embarrassing. We only sent them in because Lord Li suggested it. Your Majesty, are you deliberately bringing the harem to court to humiliate us? Your Majesty, bringing the harem to the Grand Court Assembly goes against the protocols. What's your intention? Everyone, don't worry. I don't have any other intentions. As a mere foolish ruler, indulging in luxury, isn't it reasonable to bring the harem to the court meeting? Ah? How about this? As long as I have no shame, you can't touch me. Hey! You there? Aren't you going to find seats for everyone? Yes. It's my first time arranging this, so just squeeze in wherever you can. Do we really have to sit on the ground like this? I'd like to sit next to your majesty on the dragon throne. System prompt: due to the host's disruption of the etiquette at the Grand Court Assembly, 500 nation-old power points will be deducted. This trick of causing chaos at the Grand Court Assembly indeed works. I'll create a few more etiquette-breaking incidents later to further lose my royal dignity in front of the ministers. And lose more points. Bear with him for now. I'll show him later. This is my first court session. Do any of you ministers have anything to report? The drama's about to unfold. Lord Zhao is about to make his move against the young emperor. Your servant has something to report. Recently, auspicious signs were found on the Far East Island. They are presented to me. Oh? What auspicious signs? It's none other than the divine beast. Blue dragon. I thought this symbolized the rise of our great Qian dynasty, so I wanted to present this auspicious sign to your majesty today. Rise of the great Qian dynasty? He doesn't seem pleased hearing about the auspicious signs. Has he seen through my plan? In any case, your majesty, please have a look at this divine beast. Presenting the divine beast. Hiss. Divine. A goddamn blue dragon. In my world, it's a Komodo dragon. What kind of place is this Far East Island? Your Majesty, look at how majestic this blue dragon is. Now that I've presented this spirit, how will you respond? System prompt: the actions of the key figure in the destruction of the country, Zhao, trigger the sudden national destroying event inverting the deer. So, a sudden event doesn't necessarily have to be triggered by me. Zhao Jiao was a man who was hungry for power. After declaring Hu Hai Qinashe, the second emperor of the Qin dynasty, he decided to control the entire government. The man brought a deer to a meeting. He showed that deer to the emperor and the officials, and said it was a great horse. Wikipedia https://en.wikibooks.org Wiki calling a deer _a_horse Chinese stories calling a deer a horse, Wikibooks TLN, here too. Unreal Chinese history is used to create this event. Historical background: during Emperor Qinashe's reign, Prime Minister Zhao Jiao presented a spotted deer to Emperor Hu Hai at court, then inverted black and white, calling the deer a horse. The courtiers followed suit, and from then on, Emperor Hu Hai's authority gradually fell into Zhao Gao's hands. Trigger conditions for inverting the deer: 1. The power behind the throne presents an animal to the host at court. 2. The power behind the throne blatantly lies, identifying this animal as another type of animal, inciting the courtiers to pressure the host into admitting it. If everyone present agrees with the power behind the throne statement, the event is considered completed, and 2,000 national power points will be deducted from the host. Zhao, you indeed can bring me surprises. Is it time for the next performance? He. Lord Zhao, why does this precious item not look like an auspicious blue dragon? This boy has indeed fallen into the trap. Now, watch me manipulate you. Oh dear. Ministers, do any of you recognize this divine beast? Tell us, is it really a blue dragon? Yes, this is clearly a blue dragon. I had the fortune of seeing one during my travels in the East Sea Island when I was young. Lord Zhao indeed has vast knowledge. In an ancestral book passed down in my family, the Sea and Mountain Classic, this blue dragon looks exactly the same. It's truly a blue dragon. Your Majesty is blessed. I openly defy your rule and usurp imperial authority. Such a heinous act of treachery. How does it feel now, boy? Perfect, great, wonderful. Very well done, all of you. That creature looks so disgusting. Who dares to speak for me? My harem. How can such an ugly creature possibly be an auspicious blue dragon? Miscalculated. Miscalculated. Fortunately, there's still a way to remedy this. Zhao Shu, don't you want to say something? Ah? Say what? I want to hear you say. Is the thing beneath this really an auspicious blue dragon? Your Majesty knows that I am a spy for my adoptive father, yet you have always allowed me to stay by his side. And now you want me to take a stand here. Thinking it over, it's because he is confident in himself. I pose no threat to him at all. On the contrary, he has been giving me opportunities waiting for me to choose between him and my adoptive father. I know what choice to make now. The time is right, speak up and let this puppet emperor know his worth. Know who is the real ruler of Great Chen dynasty. TL Zen, Divine Blue Dragon has changed Azure Dragon? How could such an ugly thing be the sacred beast, the Azure Dragon? Lord Zhao. What? Are you trying to deceive the emperor with such a crime of treason? You actually betrayed me. You actually didn't betray me. What is Zhao Shu doing? Wasn't the plan to help Zhao Zhua stab me in the back? Did you get the target wrong? Sisters, don't you think I'm right? Right. This is obviously a four-legged snake, pretending to be an azure dragon. Right, there's no dragon as ugly as this. Zhao Zhua's crime of treason deserves execution of his entire clan. Execute the entire clan. Execute the entire clan. Lord Xia, wasn't it your illegitimate daughter sent to the palace who said to execute my entire clan? How do you usually discipline her? Insolence. How have I taught you? How dare you be rude to Lord Zhao? You're the insolent one. Does this great Chen belong to His Majesty or Zhao Zhua? Back then you didn't have faith in the newly enthroned emperor, so you sent me to the palace as cannon fodder. At that moment, we had already severed all ties. Lord Xia? Unfilial, child, Lord Xia. Someone help. Lord Xia is spitting blood from anger. Your Majesty, I too must report. My father disregarded the lives of the common people and embezzled relief funds. My father forcibly occupied peasant lands. My father is morally corrupt, visiting brothels every day. My father takes lives casually. How can we, the ministers, be overshadowed by the harem in court? Li Tenyuan was right, this kid is indeed not to be messed with. This kid. Could it be him? Are you trying to use a woman's influence to get rid of me? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Lord Zhao. It's not worth damaging our relationship over such a creature. Whether it's auspicious or not, I will cut it down with one stroke. Ha! Aha! Just like this. Let's pretend today's court meeting never happened. Lord Zhao, what do you think? Lord Zhao? Your Majesty is right. The system calculation complete, due to the host disrupting Zhao was inverting the deer event in court. The event was thwarted, causing Zhao Zhuai and the courtiers to be intimidated, and the host's imperial authority is further consolidated. Host's national power points plus 2,000, current national power points balance, 2,900. Damn it! Although His Majesty intimidated Zhao Zhuai and the courtiers in court, why does he not seem very happy? Your Majesty, were you satisfied with Shua's performance at the court meeting? It was all right. It would be better if you could fully grasp my intentions. If I hadn't proactively understood His Majesty's thoughts earlier and had to rely on verbal reminders to stand up, His Majesty is not satisfied with my performance. Next time, I must follow His Majesty's thought process more actively. I have a bad feeling. now that she has openly shown loyalty and broken with Zhao, causing Zhao's prestige to plummet, it's impossible to rely on them to help me complete the task of ruining the country. I can only rely on old Li now. Come, help me draft an imperial edict. What kind of edict does your majesty want to draft? I want to promote Li Tuanyuan to the position of Grand Chancellor. Is something wrong? No. Nothing at all. Men. The Grand Chancellor is a position above the left and right Prime Ministers. Since the founding of Great Chen, only Lord Wei Xinglu held this position 100 years ago. The position has been vacant ever since. Now that Zhao has just lost his power, His Majesty wants to appoint Li Tuanyuan as Grand Chancellor. Is he planning to take action against Zhao and Li Tuanyuan? Is this why he is using this edict to divide them? A. System prompt, due to the host's arrangements. Su, the commander of the Northern Army, has already raised troops in Beijun. The rebellion of Jingnan first stage completed. Host's national power points minus 2,000. Current balance, 900 points. Haha, the points I gained in court are already deducted? As expected of me. Half a month later, 80 miles north of Tianjin City, the southern advancing Northern Army defeated the Longxiang Guards of Tianjin City, capturing countless supplies. It's all military provisions. Now we don't have to worry about supplies. Deputy Commander of the Northern Army, Wang Zhong. Your Highness, our army has been advancing south for over 10 days, and we haven't encountered any royalist troops, making our progress smooth. But in the recent battle with the Longxiang Guards, our victory was too easy. I suspect there might be a trap. Oh? In what way? The Longxiang Guards' duty is to protect Tianjin, and their daily command is under Li Tuanyuan. Although their combat strength isn't as strong as the Northern Army, they are still considered elite. However, they fled and left their provisions before even engaging with us, clearly intending to lose to us on purpose. General Wang is right. That Tu Yi is cunning and despicable. He and Li Tuanyuan are colluding. There must be a trap in this. Of course, I know he did it on purpose. Do you think I don't understand my own brother's schemes? A friend from afar. A friend, what's the next line? A friend. Coming from afar. A friend from afar, though far, must be punished. I remember now. Sigh, linens. As the Crown Prince, you have no brains at all. How can I entrust the Great Chen to you? Brains? Father, you don't know this, but my brain works just fine. Yesterday at the training ground, I headbutted several Longxiang soldiers. You are not allowed to eat today. A. And you have to copy your lessons 100 times. I'm so hungry, I really want to eat something. Got scolded by the old man again? Su. I really don't understand. You're the Crown Prince, yet you live a harder life than I do, a useless prince. That's why I envy you. Father has high expectations for me. He wants me to be a wise ruler remembered for ages, so he. HMPH. If I can't enjoy life, it's not worth being emperor. I don't know how to govern a country, I just want to lead troops in battle. But why did I have to be a Su? As the eldest son of the Tu family, as the Crown Prince of the Great Chen, I have no choice. Simple. In the future, I'll take the emperor's position from you. I'll even strip you of the Tu surname. So you can live the life you want. Idiot. All troops hear my command. March to Tianjin City. Lord Li, please go back. His Majesty is not available to see you now. The Northern Army left Beijing and marched south 5 days ago. Now they are only 800 miles from Tianjin. I must see His Majesty. His Majesty is already aware of this, but he believes that with your capabilities, you can handle the matter well. After all, the Longxiang Guards are now under your command, and the defense of Tianjin naturally falls to you. Besides, you are the Grand Chancellor, so it is natural for you to share His Majesty's burdens. Your Majesty, you want me to take the blame. Your Majesty overestimates me. Tu Su is known as the God of War, and the Northern Army is the most elite force in the Great Qian. Lord Li, there's no need to worry. His Majesty is aware of the Northern Army's strength. So he said you can command from the rear, strategize without taking risks on the front line, and as long as my Longxiang Guards show their bravery before the enemy, even if they retreat, it will still be an honorable defeat. As long as the Longxiang Guards fight. Win or lose, it's acceptable. What is His Majesty's true intention with this move? His Majesty is looking forward to your good news, Lord Li. Few acting in front of that old fox Li Tuanyuan is exhausting. Jiao Shu, did you handle that old silver coin? Your Majesty! According to your instructions, I not only stopped Li Tuanyuan but also got him to lead the Longxiang Guards out of the city to intercept the Northern Army. But I don't understand. Once the Northern Army reaches Tianjin, the consequences will be unimaginable. In such a critical situation, how can your Majesty trust Lord Li to lead the troops out of the city and say that winning or losing doesn't matter? Winning or losing? Of course, I care. I would love for them to lose. Although the Longxiang Guards are not as powerful as the Northern Army, they are still the second most elite force in Great Qian. If they really fortified Tianjin, it would be uncertain whether the Northern Army could break through. So, I let them go out to fight in the open field and send themselves to their deaths. Although Li Tianyuan is cunning, he is not good at commanding troops. By having him lead the Longxiang Guards, they will definitely be defeated and lose their strength, and they will also provoke Tu Su by attacking first. In this way, the Jingnan Rebellion event can be easily accomplished. He. Ha 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 ha, with His Majesty showing such a smile, Li Tuanyuan is sure to suffer greatly this time. Lord Li is in trouble now. Tu Yi relinquished power to let me lead the troops to intercept the Northern Army and said he didn't care about the outcome. There must be some deeper meaning behind this. Who? Li Tianyuan. Jiao Duo? No wonder you pretended to be sick that day and didn't attend court. So you had already planned with Tu Yi to deal with me, right? Why are you talking nonsense? When did I ever plan with him to deal with you? Then explain why, right after I lost face in court, he turned around and appointed you as Grand Chancellor. If you think about it a bit, you'll realize he just wants to sow discord between us. Now that Tu Su is marching toward Tianjin, you still have the mind to argue about these trivial matters. HMPH, trivial matters? Don't think I don't know about those 2 women you placed by Tu Yi's side. One was made a national advisor by Tu Yi, and the other manages his treasury. Are you really planning to join Tu Yi? I also know that those 2 women are the descendants of convicted officials you adopted years ago. You wouldn't want Tu Yi to know their true identities, would you? I understand now, Lord Zhao. Perhaps some of my previous actions have caused you to misunderstand. I think I need to clear up this misunderstanding. What are you planning to do? This is? That's right. This is the Tiger Talisman of the Longxiang Army. With this talisman, you can command 30,000 Longxiang troops in Tianjin. I now entrust this to you, Lord Zhao. Please don't refuse. The Tiger Talisman. When the late emperor was alive, Zhao Shui and I were the left and right prime ministers, assisting him in governing the Great Qian. To balance the power of the ministers, he entrusted 2 important national artifacts to each of us. Zhao Wei, as the left prime minister, held the imperial seal, responsible for conveying the emperor's decrees and overseeing the officials. I, on the other hand, held the Tiger Talisman, commanding the elite Longxiang forces and guarding Tianjing. Because of this, after the late emperor's death, Zhao Zhuai and I maintained a superficial peace, jointly supporting Tu Yi as a puppet. But unexpectedly, due to Tu Yi's methods, Zhao Zhuai gradually lost his support and is now driven to desperation. As the one holding the Tiger Talisman, I have become the only powerful minister in Tianjing and a threat to the emperor. So this time, he openly promoted me to Grand Chancellor and had me lead the Longxiang Guards to resist the Northern Army, essentially putting me on the spot. This Tiger Talisman has now become a hot potato. I might as well use it to temporarily stabilize Zhao Zhuai and prevent him from acting out of desperation. Old Li, are you trying to play dirty with me too? I got the message. If I take this Tiger Talisman, I'll have to lead the Longxiang Guards to face Tusu's Northern Army, right? That lunatic Tusu fights recklessly. I can't beat him. If you're looking to die, go die yourself. Lord Zhao, is it because I was rather gentle just now that you've misunderstood your current situation? The imperial seal you held is broken, you've lost your dignity before the officials, and even Zhao Shu has betrayed you. You have no more cards to play. Are you threatening me? I'm just stating the facts. Although holding this Tiger Talisman is risky, it is the only card you have left. What you said about me playing dirty is incorrect. This is an open and straightforward strategy. You are still the left prime minister. With this status and the Tiger Talisman, you can command the Longxiang Guards. So, considering our past relationship, this is the last chance I'm giving you. Make good use of this opportunity. Damn it, leading troops into battle is undoubtedly seeking death. But Li Tuanyuan isn't wrong, I really don't have any other cards to play. On the contrary, there are quite a few potential enemies. Tu Yi, Tu Su, and also Li Tuanyuan. HMPH. Since that's the case, In the following days, the villages around Tianjing were plundered by Zhao Zhuai leading the Longxiang Guard, leaving none untouched. Officer, without food, we won't survive the winter. At least leave us a little. What a bunch of whiners, calling themselves the Longxiang Guard, yet they can't even handle such a small task. If I hadn't ordered them to burn the villages, who knows how long it would have taken to collect the military rations. Master Zhao, the military rations has been fully collected. Your subordinate dares to speak. Longxiang Guard Commander Yuan Tianshu. We are supposed to confront the rebels, yet we raid the villages around Tianjing for rations before the battle even begins. Sinan. This rations we're taking is what the people of Tianjing rely on to survive the winter. This harms your reputation, master, and also demoralizes the soldiers of the Longxiang Guard. Commander Yuan. Are you questioning my decision? Your subordinate wouldn't dare. You just mentioned morale? Even if your Longxiang Guard had full morale, do you think you can match Tusu's Zhenbei army? Your subordinate. That's why I've made some plans to increase your chances of victory. If we avoid the rebels' main forces and adopt a scorched earth policy around Tianjing, cutting off their supply lines, we can starve Tusu to death. Master, the people you are targeting with the scorched earth policy are our Tianjing citizens. Precisely because they are Tianjing citizens, they must have the resolve to sacrifice for His Majesty. This is their honor. Li Tuanyuan, thank you for the Longxiang Guard, but I'll pass on leading them to clash directly with Tu Su. I'll stock up on supplies, avoid the rebel forces, and leave this mess in Tianjing for you all to deal with, whether you live or die. The Qian dynasty's territory is so vast, where can't I find a place to settle? The Qian dynasty's territory is so vast, where can't I find a place to settle? Ha ha ha. Commander Yuan, what should we do now? Master Zhao has the tiger talisman, so we can't defy his orders. However, you just need to do as I say. This must be the work of that foolish emperor. Rustling. Who's there? Wait. Are you scouts from the Zhenbei army? Don't worry, I have no hostility toward you. I'm here under the orders of Commander Yuan of the Longxian Guard, specifically waiting for you. Waiting for me? What's your purpose? The Longxian Guard does not wish to be enemies with Prince Tu Su. The rations that Commander Yuan left for you earlier represents our stance. Rations? So, that defeat was intentional on your part. Unfortunately, that rations was all plundered from these villages. That was the work of the foolish emperor. No. It wasn't. No, it was Zhao Zhuo. He has the tiger talisman now, so Commander Yuan couldn't defy him. He plundered the area around Tianjing, adopting a scorched earth policy, intending to wear down the Zhenbei army through attrition. So, Commander Yuan secretly made these arrangements and had me stay behind to coordinate with the Zhenbei army. I understand now. I can't verify what you just said, but I will report it to the prince. The prince will make his judgment. Aren't you going back to report it yourself? I have other tasks. Perhaps we'll meet again soon. All right. Very good. This time, everything is finally under control. Zhao Zhui, that old dog, took the entire Longxian Guard with him, leaving less than 1,000 soldiers capable of fighting in the city. My dear brother, aren't you going to hurry up and finish me off? Who? Something doesn't seem right. Didn't they say he has 100,000 Zhenbei soldiers? These soldiers under the city walls are number OUs, but they don't look like 100,000. Could it be that, is my big brother splitting his forces just to deal with a useless person like me? Why don't you attack? Why are you coming so close on your own? Is he not afraid? Stop right there. Who told you to shoot? Put it down. If you kill Tu Su with one arrow, who will conquer the Qing dynasty? Tu Yi, have you finally become the foolish emperor you wanted to be? Just like before. Indulging in pleasure, stubbornly refusing to change, and scorning the rules. Yes, that's me you're talking about. Going to such length to play the role of a foolish emperor. Hiding all your kindness beneath it all. Kindness? Who the hell are you talking about? Me? Wait, I get it. Coming alone, standing so close, and shamelessly flattering me. He's trying to use words to disarm me. He doesn't want the Zhenbei army to suffer losses, so he came alone to talk me into surrendering, hoping to take the city without a fight. Surrendering directly won't meet the conditions for the Jing and Nan rebellion. There's no way this ends without a good battle today. And you dare call yourself a war god? Starting a battle with all this formal talking at the front lines? My emperor, my emperor. Your mouth is still as sharp as ever. Speaking of ceremony, but now comes the main event. Raise the flag. Sound the orders. Thimble. Rise. Punish Zhaojua. Purge the court. 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 As the former crown prince, Tusu, submits to the host, the Jingnan rebellion enters its second phase, converting into yielding the throne for a worthy successor in the host's original world. Prince Li Qingqi of Tang Ruizong yielded the throne to Li Longji, maintaining a deep bond of brotherhood, which became a celebrated tale. The event yielding the throne for a worthy successor causes the host's national power points to increase by 5,000. Current national power balance, 5,900. Punish Zhaojua. Purge the court. Eliminate Zhaojua. Purge the court. Sorry, you puppet emperor. I can't help you destroy this country anymore. I'm off to meet my end. After that, it's all up to you to finish the job. You call me emperor? So you're acknowledging my reign? Of course. This time, I've come to the capital to congratulate your majesty on ascending the throne. After all, we agreed on this 10 years ago. Staying cooped up in Tianjin as an emperor is nowhere near as satisfying as fighting battles on the front lines. By comparison, being an emperor is like a living death for me. The imperial title, the throne, even this surname is a shackle to me. But now that you've finally fulfilled the promise from back then, I've been freed from those shackles. I'm not. I didn't. Don't blame me. Let's set that aside for now. Are you really planning to kill Zhaojua? Ha ha ha. Of course. Zhaojua forged an imperial decree in an attempt to harm me, and he stole the tiger talisman to plot treason. I've already ordered my subordinate, Wang Zhong, to lead 80,000 troops from the Northern Army to march against Zhaojua. When the time comes, I'll present Zhaojua's head as a gift for your majesty's coronation. Where did he go? HMPH, I practiced a lot to achieve that powerful speech. Who? If I push myself and ride fast enough, I can take a shortcut. What does Wang Zhong have that can compete with my speed? No one is allowed to take that old dog's life, but me. Zhaojua's life belongs to me. Commander. Even after being beaten for so long without uttering a sound, you're quite a tough guy. But secretly meeting with Tusu's men. Betraying us, colluding with the rebels. You have betrayed our great Qian and let down the emperor's trust. Such a crime warrants the execution of your entire family. Commander. Finally can't hold it in anymore? Do you think this is a place you can just barge into? Commander Yuan. Your subordinate has intruded into a sensitive area. Are you planning to kill me and take over the camp? Ah. Get out. Soldier, this is none of your business. But, Commander, as members of the Longxiang army, seeing the tiger talisman is like seeing the emperor himself. Are you really planning to rebel? That's right. The tiger talisman is in my hands. Defying me is the same as defying the emperor. Do you understand? Now get out. Hold on, Dash. Do you think you can leave just like that? Do I look like someone who lets things slide? Breaking into the camp, disrespecting your superai, or plotting treachery. According to the law, this is a death sentence, isn't it? What method should I use? Let me think. Slow slicing? Roasting on the grill? Or perhaps beheading? Um? Zhao. You. Stop pushing your luck. Our arcane scanzo. Saved my life. You. Lord Zhao, please take a look. What do you see? Nothing at all. 8,000. 8,000 soldiers from the Northern Army are coming to take you down. Do you know what they're chanting? Purge the court. Execute Zhao. Am I playing myself into a death trap? In such a critical moment, you've lost the loyalty of the soldiers of the Longxiang camp. Lord Zhao, your knack for courting death is truly unparalleled. If I hadn't arrived in time, you really would have been beyond saving. No. No way. Impossible. Impossible. Hee. I get it now. I almost fell for your trick. Would you really be so kind as to save me? You must have escaped from Tianjing after it was breached. That's why you're here. Purge the court? You make it sound so convincing. If there's an execution, Tusu would have to kill you first, right? Yuan who? You. Seeking death. Obey me and behave. Minor. Once we're out of the camp, I'll hand you over to the new emperor. Not only will your life be spared, but it will also be a great achievement. Zhao. You? Me? What about me? You keep calling yourself the emperor, but now you're at my mercy. After handing you over to the new emperor, I'll personally take care of each and every one of your people. All those in the court who thwarted my plans, including your concubines, will die. But don't worry too much. Those women were just tools we selected to get close to you. Especially Zhao Shu, that second-hand goods, I sent her to countless men long ago. When a tool goes against its master's will, it loses its value, and there's only one outcome. Destroy. Obliterate. Zhao Zhui. Zhao Wei, oh Zhao Wei. How cruel, you filthy pig. Everything you say and do is so cruel. Zhao. To hell with this transmigration. To hell with this mission. To hell with this system. Wah. What did you say earlier? Tools that don't align with their master's will should be destroyed. I was so afraid of leaving behind offspring that could prevent the downfall of the kingdom, so I had to rely on fitness training to practice restraint every day. I went 3 days without sleep, just to draw costume designs for cosplay. I even had to learn the language of this world. And for someone like me. Do you dare call me useless? Wah. What is he talking about? What are you still standing there for? Protect me already. Wrong. This old minister was wrong. Ignoi was wrong. You were wrong? You know you were wrong? I shouldn't have led the troops on my own. I shouldn't have avoided battle? And, wrong, this old minister was wrong. Wealth, power, the army, and the throne. To me, these things don't matter at all. What I care about are the people I trusted. They all betrayed me. Trusted? Betrayed you? Say it out loud. I betrayed you? Louder. I can hear you. I betrayed the emperor. I betrayed the late emperor. I betrayed the Qian dynasty. I plunged them into suffering. I betrayed the people of Qian. I am a sinner of the Qian dynasty. I am a sinner? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So tired, I am guilty. I am guilty. I am guilty. As if. Die. Penal. HMPH. Xiao, you finally made your move. What? Did he know all along that I was hiding in the army? The former Emperor Tu Qianjuan's personal bodyguard, Kuan Guard leader, skilled in stealth, theft, and assassination. Originally loyal to the Northern Army's leader Tu Su. Her current allegiance wavers between Tu Su and Tu Yi. Could he have known I was here from the start? Political power, 41. Machiavellianism, 65. Martial prowess, 93. Conquest, 85. Charisma, 85. Rebellion, 40. He's not dead yet, just unconscious. What do you plan to do with him? What to do? I've always placed my hopes on people like you, Zhao Jue. But I was wrong. It's time I take control into my own hands. His life is now at the disposal of Long Xiang. I no longer know how to make use of him. Host has eliminated key figure Zhao Jue, national power points plus 5,000. Came here alone. Subdued Zhao Jue and regained military power, preventing a civil war within the Qian dynasty. Current national power points balance, 10,900. Tu Yi, what exactly? Ahead is Zhao Jue's army. Prepare the formation. General Wang, look quickly. That's... Zhao Jue? Sister. Shu, Zhao Shu. Wretch. Coward. Save me. Sister. Why are you ignoring me? Have you forgotten us? Why haven't you avenged us yet? Survive. Kill Zhao Jue. Kill Zhao Jue. H. R. Sob. Zhao Shu. You betrayed me. A tool that betrays its master. Ends up just like them. Your Majesty. Sister. 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 His Majesty has returned safely. He's preparing to summon all the ministers in the Great Hall. Also, Zhao Jue has been executed by His Majesty. It's finally over. The next day, after dealing with Zhao Jue, Tu Yi returned to Chenjing to formally receive the congratulations from the King of the South, Tu Su. Destroy the country. Destroy the country. What exactly have I destroyed during this time? Now the harem is completely devoted to me, and there's no chance for any femme fatale to bring down the nation. Tu Su is determined to keep me on the throne. After Zhao Jue's death, Li Tuanyuan has completely shriveled up. The civil and military officials in the court are all as steady as a rock. With all these fierce moves, my national power points increased by 15,000. How can I expect to rely on these people to destroy the country? After exterminating Jiaozhua and with Th Su sincerely submitting, why is there no sign of joy on his face? Because I'm still alive. Aiton, the delicate balance between the three factions has ended. Control, mutual restraint, control. Indecisive, thorn in the eye, submission. Now, as the only discordant factor who remains indecisive about the new emperor, I've become the target that Tusu wants to eliminate. It's time to take a stand. I have heard that your majesty displayed great might, personally executing the national traitor Zhao Zhuai. It truly brings great satisfaction to all. However, Zhao stole the military token from me, causing chaos among the people. I failed to prevent it, which is a great fault. I am willing to accept punishment. I ask your majesty to relieve me of my position as Grand Secretary to set an example for others. Please, your majesty. Stop. I'm in no mood to hear this now. I've been too exhausted lately. Damn. This sudden change of expression and the way he quickly shifts blame to the dead, this is the skill of someone who's been honing his craft as a scheming manipulator for decades. I decided to go on an incognito journey, traversing through Qian dynasty. We'll discuss your dismissal after I return. The court has just stabilized, and now what is he planning? Are you trying to tell me what to do? Your Majesty, please reconsider. No. No. I wouldn't dare. I can't rely on the civil and military officials to destroy the country, but fortunately, there are still many strong external forces. The Tsanglang tribe from the northern grasslands frequently invades the northern border of Qian nation. Even Tusu, who guards the north, has faced their Khan. Tuo Bashan several times in battle, and in terms of combat strength, they are evenly matched. In the south, there's Jing Nation, which stands across the river from Qian Nation. Its ruler, Chu Lai, is both a skilled strategist and warrior. My late father led several campaigns against them. All to no avail. Lastly, there's the Red Sleeve Army, which is said to have millions of followers spread across Qian Nation. This rebel group, led by cultists, has always been the most dangerous internal threat. The first two forces are too far away. This time, during my incognito journey, my goal is to connect with the Red Sleeve Army and use their hands to destroy the nation. The Emperor of Qian Nation becoming a spy for the rebel destroyers, this is the kind of plot I like. He's smiling. He's smiling again. Kurame Red Sleeve Army Headquarters. Bad news. Good news. 3 months after the new emperor ascended the throne, he quelled the turmoil in the court. It seems that Qian Nation's fate has not yet run out. Wu Dongxian, what's the bad news? Qian Nation equals Qian Dynasty Nation equals Dynasty Red Sleeve Army equals Hongxiu Army, keep it in mind. The Longqing area borders the northern grasslands. The situation is chaotic, and even His Highness Tusu finds it troubling. Got it, be cautious, right? You've said it 800 times on the way. But there's something strange. The Longqing area is clearly the place where the Tu family rose to power. 500 years ago, the ancestors of the Th family traveled to the north and beheaded a giant dragon in this area. Since then, the Tu family gained the fortune to contend for the world and eventually established Qian Nation. This area was thus named Longqing. But now, even though this place is nominally part of Qian Nation, it's been infiltrated by various forces. The Red Sleeve Army has even directly established a town here. Logically, both my late father and my insane brother should have highly valued the control of this area. Yet, despite their iron-fisted methods, they allowed the Red Sleeve Army to set up a base here. Even Tu Su insisted on having Xiao follow me, claiming he was concerned for my safety. Tu Su is one thing. But why are you guys here making a scene? Just now, His Majesty seemed to glance back at us. Are you sure our disguise is effective? I've specifically used magic to conceal our presence. Even Xiao wouldn't be able to detect us. But, Lord Li, His Majesty has not dismissed you from the position of Prime Minister. You should be in Tianjing overseeing the situation, yet you claim to be ill and stay behind closed doors, secretly following His Majesty out of the capital. Is this really appropriate? His Majesty is cunning. By keeping me in the position of Prime Minister, he intends to put me in a difficult position. Moreover, Tu Su remains in the capital to intimidate me and warn me not to follow in Zhao Zhuo's footsteps. Therefore, Tianjing is a dangerous place for me. The best solution is to stay away from there and secretly follow His Majesty. I don't fully understand, but it seems impressive. You don't need to understand fully. As long as we can maintain our perfect disguise, that's enough. Fine, do as you please. If you want to follow, then follow. Your Majesty, stay behind me. It's the Red Sleeve Army. We've never seen you in town before. Are you from the south? Could you be spies from the Imperial Court? Don't make a move yet. Our luck is really good. They've appeared so quickly. Searching high and low only to find it effortlessly. Where's your leader? The leader of the Red Sleeve Army, skilled in magic, excels at manipulating people's hearts. She gathers refugees from all over as followers, intending to overthrow Qian Nation. Known as Daozu, political power, 90, Machiavellianism, 90. Martial powers, 90, conquest, 60, charisma, 90, rebellion, 100 Wudong Xian. You dare to come to Longxing, that takes some courage. Isn't the principle of the Red Sleeve Army to welcome refugees from all over? What courage is needed to come here? Looking like that, I doubt you're just a refugee. Even though you're dressed plainly to conceal your identity, your demeanor gives you away. And your companion here, just by looking, I can tell she's a ruthless woman, accustomed to walking in darkness and shedding blood. As expected of Wu Daozu from the Hongxiu army, your sharp eyes see right through everything. To be honest with you, I am a secret envoy from Jing Nation, sent by His Majesty to take advantage of the turmoil in Qian Nation. I've come specifically to seek cooperation with the Red Sleeve Army. Seek cooperation? That sounds nice. Now that you've revealed your identity, why bother hiding anything? You're also interested in the dragon root of Qian Nation, aren't you? Why keep it hidden? You're here for the dragon root of Qian Nation, right? Qian Nation's dragon root. Did you think I wouldn't know? Has my identity been exposed? The dragon root, which controls the fate of the world, is about to reappear. That's why Jing Nation is here, isn't it? It's said that every 500 years, an emperor dragon appears here. Whoever beheads it and seizes the dragon root will obtain the emperor dragon's aura to rule the world. The last time the emperor dragon appeared, the ancestor of the Tu family, Tu Tianxia, beheaded the dragon, seized the dragon root, and gained invincible, extraordinary power. At that time, the emperor dragon was actually slain by Tu Tianxia in collaboration with his sworn brother, Lord Chu Ren. However, Lord Chu Ren gained nothing but scars. This caused a rift between the two, who could once entrust their lives to each other. They eventually had a falling out. After their split, they each established their own nations in the north and south, joining the chaotic struggle for supremacy. With the help of the emperor dragon's power, Qian Nation unified the vast lands of the north. The Chu family, while unifying the area south of the Mujiang River, found their nation's strength no match for Qian Nation. They could only hold on desperately, relying on the natural barrier of the Mujiang River. now that the 500-year limit has arrived. A new Emperor Dragon is about to be born, and the world's order is bound to change. System prompt, keyword Emperor Dragon's aura detected. This keyword may trigger a major side storyline related to the downfall of the nation. It is recommended that the host first gain Wu Dongshuan's trust and strive to uncover elements that advance the side storyline. Oh. A major side storyline. This move of secretly visiting the Red Sleeve Army was the right one. Wu Daozu mentioned the Emperor Dragon's aura. Could it be, do you also want to seize control of the world? I was born with the destiny of a rebel. I have no interest in being an emperor. But your Jing nation has been longing for it for 500 years, haven't you? This land is under my control. With my help, your chances of obtaining it are much higher. But why should I help you? What price can your Jing nation offer? Fortunately, I did my homework before coming here and learned about Wu Dongshuan's past. Wu Dongxian was originally from Feng Nation. Her village was massacred during the chaos between Qian and Feng nations, leaving her a refugee. During her exile, she had a fateful encounter with an immortal, learning medical and magical arts, which she used to heal others who shared her fate. She gained a reputation through this and was revered by refugees as Daozu, eventually forming the Red Sleeve Army with the goal of overthrowing Qian nation. In my previous life, I saw too many similar uprising leaders in Histo Thawai books, most of whom were poor souls driven to the brink by war and oppression. This woman is no different. Although she acts like an unpredictable, eccentric mystic, it's just a disguise to survive in chaotic times. Deep down, she's simply an idealist. And what moves her is quite straightforward. Daozu doesn't need to worry about this. I've come on the orders of my ruler to discuss cooperation with Daozu, and I bring two promises. The first, naturally, is the destruction of Qian nation, a goal we share with Daozu. You want to unify the world, and for that, Qian must fall, so this hardly counts as a promise. Which is why we have the second promise. Our ruler aspires to be a wise king for all ages. He promises to reform the laws and establish a perfect heavenly kingdom on earth. Let me briefly introduce our ruler's governing principles. Watch as I use my extensive keyboard warrior experience to give these ancient people a little taste of modern ideas. Chatter, chatter. His Majesty secretly visiting to meet with W.H. Dongxian of the Hongxiu army. It's a shame, we can't hear what he's saying. Ah Shaw, can you use magic to let me hear what His Majesty is saying? The opponent is also skilled in magic. If the casting distance is too close, I'll try to move it a bit farther away. Zun done, shadow capture. Development of livelihoods, land for those who farm it. Promoting trade for material circulation, establishing education, technological revolution. Why is it so intermittent? The distance is too far. Economy. Unification. Is this about governance? Although I can't fully understand, there's certainly wisdom in it, but it's too vague and impossible to achieve right now. All men are born equal. Equality for everyone. Such a romantic idea.